Hello and welcome. Our guest for this edition of ASTA is Interim Assistant City Manager Loretta Reyes. Loretta, thank you for joining us on ASTA.
Well, thank you for having me.
Okay, now you head up the Neighborhood Action Team that was created specifically to deal with abandoned properties. What exactly is the team responsible for?
Well, the Neighborhood Action Team was formed to address this specific issue. However, it can also address other neighborhood issues as they arise. The team is actually made up of representatives from our different departments within the city that would have a stake in this process. We have representatives from community development, from public works, from the public information office. We also have our council and constituent services coordinator as part of this team. We have representatives from fire and police, as well as codes enforcement and our legal department. This team was put together specifically to address the abandoned and vacant properties issue that has come to the forefront in our neighborhoods. Some of the goals that we have established for this committee are to coordinate timely response to this issue. And to do that, we are developing some interdepartmental processes that will define how each of these departments plays a role in the process. We're also going to delineate the responsibilities of each department. As you're aware, these issues are brought forth to our codes officers. That is the department that deals with these issues up front. At that point, they know what they need to do. They will locate the owner, or they will issue citations. At that point, if you will, they have this baton that they need to hand off to somebody. So by delineating responsibilities for each department, we will know who they will go to next, and we will continue the momentum of addressing these issues. We will also be looking at our current codes and regulations that we have in our Las Cruces Municipal Code. We are looking to see if there are any deficiencies, if there are any clarifications that we need to make in those processes. We would also like to streamline those processes, maybe look at the time frames and the number of days it takes to do something, and maybe look at reducing the time to streamline those processes. But I think in all, our responsibility is not only for this particular issue, but to be responsive to other neighborhood issues as they arise.
Okay, certainly a lot involved in this process, yes, other than just identifying abandoned properties. Now, in addition to the Neighborhood Action Team, a Citizen Steering Committee will be formed. What will that function play? Well,
the City Manager's Office has a desire to develop this steering committee. I think in the whole scope of the Neighborhood Action Team and being proactive, I think one of the elements that we need to incorporate is engagement from the public. So this will give that opportunity to the public. This would be a standing committee that membership would be basically appointed by the City Council and by the Mayor. This committee would then be maybe function in an advisory role to the Neighborhood Action Team in the form of providing input and feedback on the vacant and abandoned building issue in their neighborhood. They would basically be the eyes in the neighborhood. They could identify buildings or structures that become vacant and abandoned. They could let us know about those structures, where they're located. We can add them to our list and take it from that point. They could also, as a committee or as a board, they could look at and discuss other issues that are facing or common to all these neighborhoods that could be brought forth to the Neighborhood Action Team as well.
Okay, very good. And then there's another component as well to all of this, and that's the Citizen Assistance Program that the city is looking at forming. Can you tell us more about that?
Sure. We are considering the formation or creation of a Citizens Assistance Program. Basically, what has come out of the Neighborhood Action Team looking at just abandoned and vacant buildings is that this may be a symptom of a larger cause, or a root cause. So basically what we'd like to do is to identify a point of contact that could look at the health and human services needs of at-risk citizens within our community. Basically this individual or this program would assess these needs, and then they could put this resident in contact with programs or individuals that could assist them with their health and human services needs. So for example, what we're seeing is that that we have individuals that may not know what resources are out there in our community, where they might be able to get funding to be able to renovate a property that they own that is vacant or abandoned, so that they can make it a viable property within that neighborhood. They have no idea where to go, and we'd like to provide this type of program to help them in this respect.
Well, this whole neighborhood action team and everything associated with it sounds like a wonderful resource for the entire community. So good luck, continued good luck with the committee and moving forward.
Thank you very much.
And Loretta Reyes, you are the head of the Neighborhood Action Team and interim assistant city manager, and we thank you very much for joining us.
Well, you're very welcome.